Thousands of pro-life activists are preparing to make a statement in our nation's capital on Friday at the March for Life, an annual walk to demonstrate against abortion. And joining us live to discuss more about this is the president of the March for Life organization, Jeanne Mancini. Thank you for joining us.
Thanks for having me, Stephanie.
The March for Life is attended by thousands every year. Tell us about the significance of the march and how it all began.
Yeah, well, the march is actually the largest annual human rights demonstration. This will be our 47th annual March for Life, and we are primarily young people that come to the march. It's very organically grassroots. So it began the year after Roe v. Wade and Doe v. Bolton. Of course, those Supreme Court decisions from 1973 that legalized abortion in all states in the United States. And the following year, Nellie Gray, the founder of the March for Life, gathered a few other pro-lifers in her townhouse a few months before January and organized what she thought would be, a one-off, a two-off march, because of course they thought that Roe, a decision of judicial activism, would be corrected. Here we are 47 years later, still marching, sadly, and we've lost over 61 million Americans to abortion. And yet, on the positive, the march again has become the largest annual human rights demonstration. It's peaceful, it's so positive, it's largely young people that participate in the march, and they know that this is the most important human rights abuse of today, and they believe that they're the pro-life generation who will bring this abuse to a speedy end.
The demonstration will take place this Friday, and marchers will proceed from the Washington Monument and walk to the Supreme Court. What is symbolic about hosting this event near our nation's top court?
Well, we always finish at the Supreme Court, and that, of course, is reflective of the decisions that began there in 1973. Our theme this year is Life Empowers, Pro-Life is Pro-Woman. And there are so many conflicting and confusing messages, especially in an election year like this year, about what it means to be pro-woman. And so we're trying to present really the clarity about that onto this confusing backdrop. Also this year is the 100th anniversary of the 19th Amendment being enacted, of women's right to vote. And so we're looking back on the early suffragists to see what they had to say about being pro-life. For example, Alice Paul, who originally authored the ERA, which of course is so different today, called abortion the ultimate exploitation of women.
What is the main objective of this march?
It's to give witness to the inherent dignity of the unborn, of the 61 million Americans that we've lost, and then to take a stand in the public square, to draw a line in the sand, so to speak. But it's amazing, Stephanie, how many people come to the March for Life and have a change of heart themselves. They might be pro-life, but they've never actually engaged in the March for Life before, and they come and it's a life-changing experience. So in some ways, our biggest goal is not just about what happens at the march that day, but what happens with the marchers that come and what they do in their local communities year-round.
And leading up to the 2016 presidential election, President Trump said he would only appoint Supreme Court judges who were pro-life. For people who want to get involved or find out more information, where can they go to learn more about this upcoming march?
Check us out at marchforlife.org. We're also on all of the different social media outlets, Twitter. We've got an app that you can check out. So there's all sorts of great events happening around the March for Life, and it's just incredible. And if you can't come in person, please keep us in thoughts and prayers, and hashtag Why We March. Tell your story about why you're pro-life on the day of the March for Life.
Jeanne Mancini, the president of March for Life, thank you so much again.
Thanks for having me.
Want to see more videos like this? Click on the link below and subscribe to One America News on YouTube, and call your cable provider and kindly demand that One America News is added to your lineup. Call and subscribe today.